Really? You think we're doing a good job? You don't know. Yeah, 11 days straight of work is just not enough for you. I gotta keep going? Alright, fine. Oh man, it's cold. We definitely need a heater in here for sure. I mean, that's part of the plan, right? Is we built all this so we can get the 3D printer in here. I have a propane heater, a wall mount vent-free propane heater that my dad gave me as well. I'm going to check it out and do the math and see what it would take to heat this space and how long a 5-gallon can of propane would last. I have the heater already, so, you know, using it, if you have it, you know, it's better to use what you have than it is to go buy something else, especially when you're limited on funds. But if it ends up costing more than just running electricity, or if it's more inconvenient because you got to go get propane all the time, then that's not a good option. But today, our only option is this. Ooh, that's a lot nicer. There's nothing like the smell of jet fuel in the morning. This is so much better. Whew. Nice and warm, my hands get so cold. Oh, I tell you what, after working 11 days like what I have been doing, the body's just stiff. And you wake up in the morning, you get outside and it's cold. Oh my goodness, you just get super stiff. Choosing our heater is going to be an important decision. We'll also have to get an air conditioner for the winter time, or for the summertime, excuse me, to keep the temperature nice and consistent in here. A portable air conditioner is the obvious answer there. Well, look at that. Look who's here to check this out. Boss Betsy. You better not crap on the floor. She says it's time to work. We're going to break today up and do a few different videos. One of the things that we've been needing to do, wanting to do, and this is a lot because of the recommendations that you all have made, is to improve our lighting situation with respect to YouTube videos. Now, there's different ways that we've done that. We put new lights up in the shop, those big floodlights, so we get a lot better lighting out there. Something I'm working on, and I haven't got yet, is I actually want to replace all the T8 bulbs in here, the fluorescents, with LED T8s. And I'm working, hopefully, a deal to get those sent to me, because we're just running low on funds, and I'm doing everything I can to conserve money. So I'm hoping a company will step up and send us what we need, 10 bulbs and 2 new ballasts with bulbs for upstairs. And that would really significantly change the lighting inside here, so we get better video quality as well, and just it's better workspace. And then for some of our still shots and for stuff that's going to be constant, we're actually going to set up a little more professional lighting situation. So we've got a few different things here. The same company that sent me the flagpole light, go back and check out that video, sent me another one. After they saw the video and they saw the issues I had, they said, you know, we really believe in our product and we want to send you another one to check out. So we're actually going to be using one of their lights, which is remote controlled. And if you remember, I had a big problem with the remote. So we're going to see if that problem was my fault or if it was their product. So they're standing behind their product. That's Sansi there. I think that means something. You know, I've worked customer service, I've worked sales for quite a few years, and when a company stands up and says, no, our products are good, and here's another one to try out because we believe in it, I think that means something. You know, yes, I got it for free, but they didn't have to send me another one. They could have said, whatever, we want to cut ties with this guy, he said something bad about our stuff. But instead they're like, no, we believe in our stuff. So, you know, for what it's worth. We're also going to be putting a tripod up for the light, which is in this box. And then we have a softener, a light diffuser. So what we're going to do is this is supposed to go around this. That all stands on this. And then we need to put a curtain up. And we're going to do all that in this video. Once I warm up. Anyway, alright, let's get to work, I guess. Boss Betsy is right here telling me I need to work more, I guess. So, yeah, 11 days straight of work is just not enough for you. I got to keep going. Alright, fine. Where's my razor blade knife at? Oh, it's right there. So nice. I like having a beer after I work on projects. You know, you sit back, you get a project done, and you're pretty proud of it. You know, good proud, not bad pride. Bad pride is like thinking you're better than other people, and good pride is, you know, hey, I worked hard at this, and I feel really good about my hard work, and it turned out really nice. You know, that's good pride. Everyone should have that. But I like to sit back, sit down, have a beer, and just kind of look at what you did, you know. And it's cool. It's cool when you take an idea and you turn it into reality. It's just such an enjoyable feeling to create. Whoa. Okay. If you're gonna have a beer, who wants to walk all the way up to the house to get the beer out of the beer fridge? You need to have a beer fridge out in your shop. Total first world thing, but one that I'm going to do. So I'm going to try to see if we can't get a beer fridge out here. And maybe, you know, I like my whiskey chilled. I like my whiskey ice cold, actually, and on the rocks. So maybe it could also keep the whiskey nice and cold. A little bottle of good rye whiskey makes you feel all sorts of warm and fuzzy. Anyway, so I think the shop needs to have a fridge in it. Needs better lights. Looks awfully familiar. So now this light, I'm using it in, one of the reasons I want to use this light, I should say, is because it does have remote control, and a subscriber pointed out to me there is the infrared receiver for the remote control, which means I need to go out and I need to correctly position myself to use the remote so that I'm pointing this, because it's believed that I was getting reflection off the snow when I was using that remote. I'm going to stand by my criticism of SGLEDs, but I'm going to correct it. I'm going to modify it. I'm going to say that chances are the remote's going to work fine when I point it here. So the remote's not bad. It's not bad quality. That's the correction. But I'm going to stand by my critique of them and say that it doesn't make any sense to put an infrared sensor in the front of an LED light, because nobody changes it from the front. Most of these things are positioned at something, right? Let's think about it. If this is meant to be an outdoor light, so you are positioning it to look at something, not you. So you're going to be coming up from behind every time. You're going to be coming up from it from all of these angles and not the front. So SGLEDs, like I said, we're going to test it today, and I'm certain that the remote's going to work. But I still think that you should have an Omni infrared sensor somewhere up on the top. So, yeah, definitely on the top. I think a little bump up here, that wouldn't hurt any of the dynamics that you got going on with your product. But having a bump on the top with an infrared Omni on it would be way better than right down here, because to change this I have to walk up from the front, or, you know, at the side angle here, and I'm looking right at it in order to change. It just doesn't make any sense to me why you would do that. I want it up where I can come from behind or be far off to the side. Really, I want it to be strong enough so I can change the light from inside my house and not have to go outside. So this is a nice, I don't know who did this workbench, but man, it's nice. Wait, I know who did it. So if you are a homesteader or live out in the country, one thing you know is to never ever get rid of fasteners. You always need to keep them. There's always a use for them that you can't think of. It is something that you always want around. So I've got a whole bunch of them there. These are all different types of fasteners and gadgets. And I also got a whole bunch of small bin small fasteners from my dad. So having stuff around is key, and then finding the right thread is going to be the hard part now. You know, a small washer on there would be good as well. To the hardware store we go. They are directional. All right, so we're going to figure this out, why it wants to keep doing this. But here's that's what I'm trying to do right there. All right, so their light, we got the vents back here. But right now what I have is the softener is wedged in between their mount, and there's a little lip up here. Everything here except for the light, by the way. This is a project I needed to do, and it just happened that everything worked out. Ooh, all right, how does that look? On, off, on, off, on. Yellow, orchid, navy, indigo, lime. Well, the remote obviously works great. So Sansi, sorry I was pointing it in the wrong direction. Again, I stand by the fact that I think you definitely should have it omni. And then I guess to my whole you wouldn't be looking at it thing, I am looking at it when I use it as a YouTube photography light. So for a photography light, this thing's actually set up really, really well. For an outdoor light, it's set up like a photography light. This is cool. This project, this piece of it is coming together nicely. Let's go out and see about getting the curtain put in place. Off. Certainly bright. I think the cord, in my previous video, I talked about their cord being too short. I think that's also a good criticism of this. And I'm not being overly critical of them. I'm not like trying to pick them apart. When someone asks me, by the way, if you don't know this about me, I'll tell you. When someone says, hey, what's your opinion? I actually give them my opinion. I don't hold back. If someone's going to open up to me and say, hey, what do you think about this? I'm going to tell them what I think about it. And usually that means I'm looking, at things that I like and I don't like. I really like how this is set up for lighting. I like the remote. I like the colors. I like its price point. I think, as I've said, we've kind of beat this dead horse, but the Omni on top would be better, and a longer extension cord, or a longer cord would be prudent. Because right now, this cord doesn't even touch the ground, and I've got it. I'm 5'8", so the light itself is almost exactly my height. So I would say a longer cord on it would be prudent for most users. And it makes it easier for the customer. You don't have to go get an extension cord. Anyway, yeah, those are my thoughts. This back wall, the intent is to put some curtains up that Cody gave us and use it as a backdrop with that light set up so that we can take some nicer photos here, take some nicer videos. Honestly, I don't know how I'm going to use it all yet, but I know it's a good thing to have here. I have intent to use, I have ideas, things that Cody and others have shared with me. To mount it, we need a curtain rod, and let me show you the curtains. Here are the curtains here. They're nice heavy duty, double-sided, and we only care about the one side. But you can see the rings are fairly large. I think I have an idea of how to, I don't have just a curtain rod. We're gonna need to make something, but I think I have a good idea of what. So let's go to the junk pile and see what we got. You might recognize some of the pieces out here. Yesterday when I was working, we actually took the big bench that was in the old shop and put it over there, and now it's being used as pallet racking. Actually really helped organize everything. And then I had an extra piece that I put up here for racking as well. But let's see, inside of here somewhere, yesterday I saw a bunch of posts. And here they are. That looks long enough to be drawn. Anyone else feel like maybe it's a little too dark in here to really work on the workbench? Oh, not anymore. I always take it easy there, that last bit. I don't know how many times I've had it where that bit, if you're putting a lot of pressure on it, I'm not a pro, but these are things I've learned. If you put a bunch of pressure on that bit and you just keep going all the way through, it usually grabs right at that last bit. Yanks, jerks, whatever, cuts you. Got yesterday. So the more I drill, the more cautious I get with that last little push through. You just got to take your time. So I got my screws, some washers. I think we're pretty much set there. Let's, I like that. And a stud there. How awesome is that? We should have a larger level for this because it's so long, but it's also a fairly straight piece of metal, so I'm not overly concerned about being perfect here, guys. Curtain 1.0 is going to do the job, but curtain 2.0 really needs to be on it. That they're not sliding as easily as they should, guys. I know someone's going to comment on it, and I can't stop it. I'm aware, and I don't care. And that's a good thing because we need to spend our money on the project, not on curtains. And I'm going to adjust that thing because I think if I had that up higher and pointed down at me, it would be even better. Betsy the boss? Huh? Meet the world. She let me catch her. She's probably going to crap all over me. Yeah? You want to say something? How do you think of the works going here? Nothing, no comment. Really? You think we're doing a good job? You don't know. Are you watching us? Yeah. Uh-huh. What's that? Oh, okay. Alright, so I put the light up higher. I cut the chicken. Oh, there we go. Bye-bye, chicken. Alright, so light check. Looks pretty nice, huh? Yellow, orchid, navy, indigo, lime, aqua, cyan, smooth transition. So there we go. The new background here definitely needs to kind of let its wrinkles get out, but I like it so far. We got the light here. I like it. We'll see how that does. I think rollers on the light would be a good thing. I don't have a roller pod, but that's a future update. We're just, you know, I just keep upgrading slowly but surely as we can. So hopefully this is a good upgrade. Hope you guys enjoy it. If you like this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up and hit subscribe. That's all I got for you on this one. We're done. This project's over and we're ready to move on to the next one, which is 3D printer. Getting that thing all set up today. So that's going to be cool. It's going to be really cool. But you can follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and on Instagram. Remember, the videos are a little bit further behind real time, so if you want to see what's happening up to date, go over there to those platforms and be sure to follow us there. It's always helpful. Tell everybody about us. We really need the help. Get the word out. Help us get those subscriber counts up. We're trying to get 50,000 subscribers this year, so your help is definitely needed for that. And if you'd like to support us in a more direct way, you can head on over to Patreon, and something as little as $1 a month from you would be very, very helpful to help keep everything going here, since we have no income right now. And we like to keep making videos. It's fun doing this for you guys. It's fun doing it for us. It's hard work, but it's good work. So thanks again for following along. This is The Real Martian. Out.